time to go to London.
Next stop is Schiphol Airport. It's the final destination of this train.
Today I want to talk about the impact of how something looks on the usability of that thing. I'm going to quote something. It's from Don Norman. You might know the name. He wrote the book The Design of Everyday Things, which is a great book from 1988, I believe. After he wrote the book, he wrote an article on attractive things work better. And he says that positive effect makes people more tolerant of minor difficulties and more flexible and creative in finding solutions. How something looks actually impacts usability or the perceived usability. Products designed for more relaxed, pleasant occasions can enhance their usability through pleasant aesthetic design. Aesthetics matter, attractive things work better. You might think, okay, how does something work better if it just looks nicer? It doesn't actually function better. That's because it's also about the perceived usability. Your website might be working perfectly, functionally, but it might look like crap. And then people are not willing to spend that much time and effort into your system, learning how it works. But if it's not nice, people don't necessarily want to return to it. Also, when things go wrong on a website or with any product, functions fine but looks crappy, and then something goes wrong, the user will be much more likely to blame the product. If something is really nice, looks really polished, looks well designed, and of course things still go wrong, but if it's a really nice product, the user is much more likely to blame himself because the product is really nice design, it looks really great. It's probably not the product, right? It's probably me. So the product or the brand doesn't get blamed for it. And that's the aesthetic usability effect. Studies that measure usability show that even when products have the same functionality, attractive products work better and people like using them, and people are much more likely to keep using them. So if you design products and create them, and maybe you're not a designer but get some help from a designer, that really helps in getting people to use your product in a more user-friendly way. So, made it to the UK, made it to London, made it to my apartment. When we make decisions, we often place too much importance on one trait or a single piece of information. This is often not good for our decision-making process and making the right decisions. For example, it's when you give people a math problem, and the math problem is 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 up to 8. On average, people estimate this is about 512. But if you ask people to do the exact same math problem but the other way around, you start with 8, 7 times 6 times 5 times 4. On average, people estimate this around 2250. And of course this is the exact same math problem, so you should end up at the same number, which is over 40,000. The order in which you present something really matters. This was also shown in another experiment. People were asked to estimate the value of a certain product, and on average people estimated, well, this is a product that's approximately 50 euros or US dollar or pounds, doesn't matter. So for the next group they had the same task: estimate the value of this product, which should average out on around 50 euros. But before they did this with the new group, they added one question before, which was, what are the latest two numbers of your social security number? Now obviously your social security number has nothing to do with the value of the product, but what they saw in the results was that when people had a high social security number like 85, they had a higher estimation for the product. When people had a low social security number like 15, they had a lower estimation for this product. They were anchored on those digits, last digits of the social security number, a high or a low anchor, and that's where they adjusted from when making an estimation for this product. And of course it doesn't work with everything, but especially in situations where people don't really know what to expect from a product, they don't have a good feeling what the actual value is, anchoring can be really important. This also has an effect on your webshop, for example on the way you order things. Do you start with high prices or with low prices? Low prices might anchor people into thinking you have a lot of cheap products. So you have them in a low anchor and they start adjusting from there. They might expect low prices. But when you start the other way around, same web shop, same products, but you start ordering with prices going down, you start ordering with the highest products first, people might expect much more expensive products. So that is the anchoring and adjustment principle. I hope you liked the video I just made. If you liked, you can subscribe to this YouTube channel below. You can follow me on Twitter or on Instagram, and more videos will follow soon. So I hope to see you there. Thanks.